Developing your online course and e learning content to meet your learners' needs can be challenging. I am Michelle Alexander, one of your instructional designers here, and today I'm going to talk to you about scenario based e learning. What is scenario based e learning? Scenario based e learning immerses the learner in real life or situational simulations and experiences that help them acquire skills to be successful in the future. Scenario based interactives and situations should be as realistic as possible. They should be learner centered that allows you to use the skills you already have while acquiring new skills. Here's an example of an immersive scenario interactive. As you can see, I have a teacher here in a classroom and she introduces herself and then she goes on to make a statement about her current situation. And then below it, there are responses. Based on the response that the learner chooses, it takes them to branching to another response. If it's a good response, it confirms their response. And if they choose something that's not quite right, it takes them back to reflect further and to think about their situation. I'm going to show you how to access these scenario based templates in Rise 360 and how to set up a simple scenario based interactive. Let's go. Here I am in Articulate 360. You can get to Rise by launching it from your dashboard because it opens in the browser, or you can go to rise.articulate.com. Okay. Now, in this particular scenario, I have a lesson and I've got my content here edited, but I'm going to show you from scratch. If we were starting over, you would just type your title, scenario based example, and click enter to add content, choose lesson, add all blocks, and scroll down until you see interactive. From here, I'm going to choose the scenario based interactive. And there you go. Your template is already embedded and ready to go. Now, I like to just take a look at the template to get an idea of the flow of information and how you will custom and make this your own. In this particular scenario, you see a girl, she looks like she's in a restaurant or maybe a hotel lobby, and it has the title where I would probably introduce myself or introduce the situation and scenario that we're going to be in. In my example, it was a teacher in a classroom. So go ahead and click continue, and you will begin to see some dialogue. From the dialogue, the learner can choose a response. Based on the response that you choose, it takes you to another situation or provides feedback based on your answer. And you can continue to go on. If you're finished, you can end the scenario or go on to a quiz if you would like to embed a quiz, or maybe you want to do the scenario again and take a look at the other responses. So it goes back to the title, continues forward, and chooses the second response. And from here, you can see that the character is changing expressions. So it adds a little bit of interactivity to your scenario. Okay. And then try again. So now that we have an idea of sort of the flow of the dialogue, now we can begin to custom make it our own. So you're going to go to edit over here on the left. Okay. And this is where you're going to edit the background. You can use the content library where there is lots of different backgrounds to choose from and lots of different scenario situations and settings. Okay. You can edit your character. There's a diverse group of characters and situations that you can choose from. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and start editing your content. Just go through and choose the title. And here is where you can decide what type of expression your character is going to have. And you can choose from these, or you can actually click more and see an example of the different situations and the different scenario expressions based on the responses. This character can change. Now start the dialogue. The dialogue is to first ask your learners to make a choice, and you can adjust the expression for the question. Then you can begin to type their responses. And this is where the branching occurs. Based on their response, do they go to a new scene? Do they go to new content? Do they go to the end? Did they get it right? Do they need to try again? So, whatever you choose to write here, Be sure to fill out the feedback. And that way, the learner knows if they have gained the skill or if they need to try again and revisit the scenario. You can also duplicate these if you want to make a variety of dialogues and you want to use the template that you used before. You can just duplicate them to add another. Then at the end, you can end your scenario here. To preview your scenario based interactive, just click preview in the upper right hand corner. Take a look at what your scenario based interactive looks like on a variety of devices for your learners and start the course and test it. You can jump through the different sections to make sure your interactive is working as it should. Scenario based e learning immerses the learner in a real life or situational simulations and experiences to help them acquire skills to be successful in the future. I hope this training was helpful. See you next time.